I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the tools I've been using to help get me back on track and lose the regain. Now, there's a couple of things that I've been using pretty regularly, even before I regained and everything. One is this one. It's just similar to the Magic Bullet. I think it's a Ninja though. But anyways, it's just like the Magic Bullet, where you have the little blender thing in the bottom, thing in the base here, and you have the little container. And put that down, and you just attach it onto the base, and it blends for you. I love this. I don't just use it for protein shakes, and as a matter of fact, I actually don't really use it for protein shakes because I don't drink the kind of protein shakes that require a blender. I don't really, when I drink it, I usually put in so much water that the flavor of the powder doesn't really matter. Because there's so much water in there that it's just basically like vaguely chocolatey. And I have a blender ball for if I want to do one that's a little bit more, a little bit chocolatier. And then I, as I said in my last video, I use my vanilla protein when I have coffee, so that it's basically like putting in creamer and sweetener at the same time by just putting in a scoop of protein powder. But I use this for chopping up vegetables. I will use this for making sauces, for blending up beans to make my crock pot beans into refried beans without actually refrying them. I will put them in here and blend them up. Sometimes if you like a little creamier version or a little less thick, you can add a little bit of broth, like beef broth or chicken broth into it. But I like them just blended up straight out. This, when I was doing my Weight Watchers, I used to make the black bean brownies with this thing. I'd put the whole can in there and just blend it up and then just put it in with the brownie mix. I heard if you use the no pudge brownies that works too, but I can't do artificial sweeteners. They will make me gain. So I can't drink Crystal Light. I can't I can't have artificial sweeteners. They will either make me gain or make me stall if I take them in any kind of quantity at all. So I don't really usually do that. I usually, if I really want to have something bad, I just go ahead and have a little tiny bit of the bad thing, because otherwise I'll be having a lot, and it'll be worse actually for me than if I had the little bit of the bad thing. But anyways, I don't often do that right now anyways, because I'm in the middle of the losing the regain phase, which is not the time when you go and have yourself cookie. Another thing I do is this. I found these little bowls. I got 4 of them for, I think it was $5 or $6, something like that, at Target. These are 4-ounce containers. Now, what I do with this is I can do a number of things. I can take this with me as a pre-portion size, because you can't exactly take your scale, which is my other big thing I do. I weigh everything out. 6 ounces, it'll never be more than 6 ounces. And it also helps me to track the things in my phone, because if I put on 2 ounces of chicken, I know I've got 2 ounces of chicken and I can put it in my phone. If I got 2 ounces of beans, I know I got 2 ounces of beans, so on and so forth. So that's a real big help to me. But these ones, if I don't have that with me, I can take these, I can put it in my purse, and I can, if I get to, like, say, I'm going to a friend's house to, and they're having like a get-together, and they're going to have a big spread of stuff. I can fill this up, and this is 4 ounces, so I know I will not have overeaten the amount of food I could eat. But that's a lot. I do that a lot less often because, like I said, in the losing phase, you don't really go to a whole lot of parties that have a lot of food and actually plan to eat anything. You usually eat ahead of time and go when you're not hungry and drink your water throughout. But, this is good for, for when you're out of it, or for when you're going to some place where you kind of have to, like, say, Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'll be bringing these with me. And then another thing I like to do with this is when I make food, at home, I make, like, say, if I make a casserole for the whole family, something that's, healthy enough for me to eat that they're also eating as well, I will take my portion, because I always like kind of separate it, where I have 1/3 of it that's mine and 2/3 that's theirs, and the 1/3 that's mine will have like no cheese, whereas theirs will have a little cheese, or mine will have more vegetables, and that way, so that I'm making sure I'm getting everything I need, even when it's something that they possibly would refuse to eat. So I'll take my third and I will cut it up into pieces and put each of the pieces in here, and then I can just stick these in the freezer, and then basically I have, you know, the equivalent of like a lean cuisine for me, you know, in my little containers. So this is really helpful. These you can cook in them, you can eat out of them, you can store in them, all of that. So these are really great. But I use my my food processor for making chopped up vegetables, because this, for me, I can easily fit this into like an ounce, 2 ounces, you know, and I can have, you know, if I make my lasagna, which I make with polenta, a little bit of sauce, the Prego sauce. I usually use a little bit of chicken, and usually it's either my pulled chicken or my chopped chicken that I make. And then I'll put some of this in there, and then I'll put like a laughing cow cheese or a little bit of cottage cheese. I used to put cheese on top, but as I mentioned in the last video, I've cut cheese out because it's a slider food for me. So basically, that's what I do. It's a Banded Wendy said she did it on one of her videos, and I thought it was really cool, the idea of polenta with it. And I don't think it tastes like lasagna, which is what she suggested she uses it as, but to me, it kind of, the texture and the flavor remind me of chicken parmesan. So I really like to eat it like that. But it was a very, very good recipe, and I definitely suggest you try it. And you can check out Banded Wendy's channel and check out the way she does it. I think she uses a slice of cheese, and then the slice of polenta, and then the sauce. I have a Yonana machine, which is for turning frozen fruits into a kind of ice cream like stuff. I'm not really using that right now because I'm trying to, you know, lose as much of this regain as possible, and when I get closer to my goal, then I'll start adding in a little bit more of the fruity things. But it is there in case I want to make something sweet. It's really good. I definitely suggest it, especially if you're in the maintenance phase. So basically those are my tips and tricks. If you have any that you love, anything that you use that you just, you know, you absolutely find fantastic, leave me a message below. Also, you can leave me a video response, and I will post my videos on Sundays and let you know how much I weigh. Okay, thanks. Bye.